Are you curious how the Tampa Bay real estate market is looking? This is a question that I get all the time. And the Florida Realtors have just dropped September 2022's data on the Tampa Bay area on what's going on with the market and all of the statistics. So we're going to break those down. My name is Keith Jamison with the Jamison team at Like Real Estate. So happy to share these with you so that you guys, no matter what you're doing, if you're buying, selling, or just thinking about what to do with your real estate, can make informed decisions. After I go over it, if there's any questions, feel free to comment in the video below, email, text, however we can assist. Our team would be happy to help. All right, so let's just dive right into the data. So the first thing we're going to see here for single family homes in the Tampa Bay metro area, year over year. So September 2021, 4,755 sales. Closed sales September 2022 is about 36% decrease. That makes sense, and that's how we're seeing things, right? Rates have gone up, prices have come down, but that push up in the rate has made affordability very tough for people. So naturally, the sales are going down. I do want to point out, everybody's saying that it's impossible to sell or impossible to buy real estate. There are still 3,034 closed homes. There is still plenty of homes being moved. It's just not that rate that we were seeing at the tail end last year, which things got pretty crazy at the end of last year, and the peak in middle of this year as well. We can see median sales price, however, was up 15% increase. Average sales price 481,000, 15% increase. The biggest thing though, and we're going to see a couple more data on this, is the time. Median time to contract. I don't love median time because there can be outliers that push those numbers, but median time has gone up almost 157%. From 7 to 18 days. Median time to sale, that means from the time it goes on the market to actually completing, up a little bit as well, 23%. Let's show closed sales month by month, and we have seen we kind of peaked around here in that March zone this year, which is the same as the end of last year, and tailed off, right? So 36% if you factor in last September to this September. We already went over median sales price, but I like to also show it not just year over year, but month to month. So we can see again, that peak in that June area and slightly tailed off. What a lot of people have talked about is that the amount of money that homes have been reduced by has not been exactly in line with the amount that rates have gone up by either. But, it really depends on how you think of those natures too, right? There's still a lot of prognosticators out there that have things from this time now to this time next year, either flattening or even sometimes going up. There's a few that have a couple percent down, a few that have a couple percent up, a number of them that are just down the middle. Nothing drastic. I don't see predictions out there saying 10, 15% drop from this time to this time next year. So kind of seeing that leveling off does make sense with those data. Again, same with the average sales price, peak around June, down, a decent chunk from that in that time. Median time to contract, I already went over this, but we can see from things flying, that's almost like a weekend. If you list on a Thursday and you win a contract on Sunday night or Monday morning, that's 5 days. So things were selling in a weekend, within a week, and now we're pushing in that median time almost 3 weeks. Inventory, that's been one of the biggest things going. We have less buyers in the market, more inventory, meaning things are going to sit longer. Year over year, we're up almost 100%. Only 4,371 homes available for sale last year, 8,607 this year. Again, peak time was 6,573 homes. Now we see 8,607. That's not only because a lot of people are listing new, we'll see on the next one, but just things are taking a little bit longer to sell. Thus, the inventory numbers go up. Month supply of inventory, 2.1 months, which is healthy for buyers. And as you see, new pending sales, 3070. So that has a drop from even last month. New listings is the other one I wanted to show because I think everybody just thinks that everybody is pushing homes to the market and that everybody's putting homes for sale. And that's actually not the case. You can see this is one of the lowest months of new inventory that we've had since December. But the reason that the amount of active inventory is high is just because things are taking longer to sell because there are less buyers out there, in large part due to interest rates, which I want to talk a little bit at the end. Final thing, I've gotten a few calls now the market started to come back a little bit. People asking, I'm looking for foreclosures. I'm looking for short sales. There is still too much equity out in the market. People that are struggling to make their payments, a lot of times have equity in their home, so it benefits them to sell it versus just sell it traditionally versus going into foreclosure. You can see only 6 homes sold in foreclosure in the whole Bay Area last month, and only 2 by a short sale. So that's not something that we're seeing at all. Let me just kind of do a quick wrap up of like an opinion on things. I'm not going to make an opinion on what's going to happen with the market. I often tell my clients, unfortunately, my crystal ball is broken. That is not something that, you know, any realtor can say with any sort of, you know, degree of certainty. What we have to do is rely on the data. We have to rely on the trends and inform you guys of that. If you are selling your home, I would urge you to not only sit down with a realtor, but to sit down and strongly discuss all the aspects on the why. If the why is we have to move, we have a new job, we have to move for family, those are reasons that we always have to sell, right? Sometimes we just have to move. But it's because that I think the market's tanking and that I'm going to try to time it right. Arguably, the timing was a few months ago. I don't know if right now is the time to do it as things are struggling to sell. This might not be the time to try to capitalize on that thing. Again, every market, every little demographic within the Bay Area, I'm sorry, not demographic, every little section in the Bay Area is a little bit different. So make sure you talk with a realtor about that. If you're buying, the same why discussion is super important. Why you are buying. Is it because I'm renting right now? And even though rates are up, I can date the rate, right? I can refinance later if the rates go down. If the rate stays the same, then I still bought my home, right? I'm still buying a home, owning a home versus renting and paying somebody else's mortgage. And if the rates actually go up, well, then it might have been a better thing that I did it now because I might not have been able to afford it later if we got higher rates. I've seen prognostications from rates being all over the place. So it's hard to dictate exactly what we're going to see this time next year. So again, the messaging I want to get across is make sure that your why for doing anything within the real estate aligns, you know, to your ambitions and to what is best for you and your family moving forward. We would love to have that discussion with you and help make sure that you're making the best decision. Any other questions? Again, leave comments, call, text, email. Our entire team of agents is happy to assist. So once again, this is Keith Jamison with the Jamison team at Likely Real Estate. Thank you so much for watching, and everybody have a great day. Bye.